So Lk of V is a vector space. V is a vector space of dimension n, and Lk of V is a vector space. We have to worry about what is the dimension of the vector space Lk of V. First thing we have to understand is that you can take a product of two elements in different Lks. So, what does this mean? It says that S is a K multilinear map on V and T is a D multilinear map on V. So K and D are some two different integers, natural numbers, okay, positive integers. I want to define S tensor T. So I want to define, I'm introducing this symbol, which I have not drawn very well. I'll draw it better. I'm using this symbol. So this is, you may have come across this symbol earlier, but right now I want to leave this symbol as a symbol. So this S product T, I will call it a product, is a map from K plus D copies of V to R. How is it defined? It is defined by So I have to tell you what it does to K plus D copies of V. So I'm taking K copies of V here, K elements in V and D elements in V. Each W are in V. And what I do is I apply S to the first K elements and apply T to the next D elements. This quantity makes sense because S of V1 to Vk is a real number, T of W1 to Wk is a real number, and I'm multiplying these two real numbers here. Okay, so this quantity as it is makes sense. And what we can show is a theorem which says that S tensor T, S product T is S tensor T, S product T right now is an element in K plus D multilinear maps on V. This is more or less clear, just think of it. If I keep all the others fixed and look at it as a function of V1, that means I'm keeping all these elements fixed and looking at it as a function of V1. S is linear in V1 and therefore you get two terms V plus V tilde, and that product distributes over that addition because this is a product of real numbers. So this is more or less immediate that this product is a K plus D multilinear map on V. So this quantity is called, there's a name that is given to this. This quantity is called the tensor product of S and T. So the tensor product of an element in Lk, K multilinear map, and an element in LD, that is a D multilinear map, is a K plus D multilinear map on B. Now this word tensor product is something that you will be learning and you'll be coming across in a couple of different contexts. And the definitions of the tensor product that you're going to be coming across look as if they are different. And it is a good exercise to say that these different definitions of tensor products in fact coincide. So different definitions of the tensor product in fact are the same. This is a very good exercise to try and understand. You will come across tensor products in commutative algebra. You'll come across it when you're doing different kinds of modules, tensor product of modules, tensor product of algebras. But the definition that I have given here coincides with those definitions in the setting that we have. Okay? Notice that S tensor T is not the same as T tensor S. Give an example. And the reason you're calling it a product is that, and why do you say a multiplication is a multiplication and an addition is an addition? What we want is that the multiplication distributes over addition. 5 plus 3 multiplied by 7 is equal to 5 into 7 plus 3 into 7. What am I saying here? That S1 plus S. And so multiplication distributes over, the tensor product distributes over the addition. Also, when you have a product, then you have to be worried about one more aspect. Okay? And that aspect is the following. You see, whenever you're talking about a product, you have to be worried about the fact that when you are, a product must be associative. So the exercise, which is the reason why you can call it a product, is that tensor product is associative. Okay? And what does this mean? This means that S it does not matter where you put the brackets when you're taking the tensor product. No matter where you put the brackets, the answer is the same. 5 into 6 into 7 is equal to 5 into 6 into 7. That is associativity. Only if you have associativity can you talk about a product. Otherwise, you have to worry about where you are going to put the brackets. Because of associativity, you don't worry about where you put the brackets. Therefore, this actually is a product. What is it a product on? It's a product from LKV cross LDV to LK plus DV. This is a particular example of what is called a graded algebra. Don't have to worry too much about it. Okay. So L1, Lk of V is a vector space. The question is, what is remember, V is a vector space of dimension n. LKV is k multilinear maps on V. We have seen that it is a vector space, and my question is, what is the dimension of this vector space? So, how do you go about calculating the dimension of LKV? So, for k equal to 1, I hope you understand that a one linear map is just a linear map. And therefore L1V is the space of all linear maps from V to R. But we already know what the dimension of this space is. If V is n-dimensional, then the space of all linear maps from V to R is also n-dimensional. And we know a basis. If we know a basis of V, then we know a basis of L1 of V. What is that? So choose a basis of V. Now, I had made a fuss about, sometime earlier about how we want to do things without choice of basis. But when you want to find the dimension of something, you had better choose a basis somewhere or the other and say that it is a basis. So, I'm choosing a basis of V. If V is equal to Rn, then E1 to En is any basis of Rn. In particular, E1 to En may be the standard basis of Rn. But I don't want to say which basis it is right now. Once you have a basis of V, then there is a natural basis of V star. That Vi. So if you define a linear map on a basis, then you know what the linear map does on every element of the basis. So define phi to be a map from V to R, to be a linear map. I should tell you what phi does on a basis of V. The basis is given by E1 to En. So I will say that phi of Ej is equal to delta Ij. What is delta Ij? This is equal to 1 if j is equal to I is equal to 0 if j is not equal to 1. Remember, you have come across this earlier. Phi is the dual basis of V star, dual to E1 to En. So phi1 to phi(n) is the dual basis. The notation you might have used earlier may have been that phi is equal to ei star. That is the other notation. But it's better not to use the notation ei star, because star is going to mean something slightly different as we go along. So this is a basis of L1 of V. But now if you have a basis of L1 of V, we have elements in L1 of V. What I had just said earlier about taking the tensor products will tell you elements in L2 of V. What do I have to do? I have to take E1 tensor E1, sorry, phi1 tensor phi1, or phi1 tensor phi5. or phi3 tensor phi7. Tensor product I had defined earlier. Okay, so phi3 tensor phi5. How do I define this? Acting on some how do I define it? I will define it to be equal to like this. Phi3 tensor phi5 of V1 V2 is phi3 of V1 multiplied by phi5 of V2. Then this quantity is an element in L2 of V. Because it is a map from V cross V to R, and it is linear in the V1 and it's linear in the V2. Similarly, you can write down many elements in Lk of V. So therefore, an element in Lk of V is Phi1 I'm taking k products of phis. Each of these are in L1, so the product of k of these are going to be in Lk. I take this product, this is an element in Lk. And what values can I1 to Ik take? I1 to Ik can take values, any value between 1 Each of these elements are elements in L3, which is what we had just shown, because phi I1 is in L1, this is in L1, this is in L1. Product of k of these are going to lie in Lk. Okay? So these are elements in Ik. How many elements are there? So what values can I take for I1 to Ik? Each of them can take values between 1 and n. So the total number that I have here is n to the power k. So I will call this B. So each element in B is phi I1 tensor phi I2 tensor phi Ik, where I1 to Ik are any numbers between 1 and k. The cardinality of B is n to the power k. B has n to the power k elements, and each of these elements are in Lk of V. So, what is the theorem we want to prove? The theorem we want to prove is that B is a basis of LKV. So, dimension of LKV is n to the power k. So how would you prove this? So you take any t in LKV. Okay. So I should choose what t does at different k vectors in V. Okay. So we'll stop here.